Picture this. A group of folks in their early 70s, the kind who lived full lives, but started feeling that quiet pull of time in their steps and energy, decided to commit to a simple routine of targeted exercises for just 8 weeks. By the end, tests showed their bodies functioning as if they'd shed nearly 4 years off their biological clocks, not through pills or gadgets, but through movements that woke up their muscles in ways science is only now fully grasping. It happened in a study from Loma Linda University Health, where short bursts of high-intensity activity shifted gene expression, making cells behave younger. As someone who's watched patients navigate the steady fate of strength after 60, this hits close to home. It's not hype. It's proof that our bodies hold on to regenerative potential longer than we think. On Senior Society, we're diving into 5 specific exercises that tap into that, drawing from decades of research on how to counteract sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that creeps in at about 1 to 2% per year after 50, accelerating to 3% or more past 60, according to reviews in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle. These aren't generic reps. They're deliberate moves that stimulate dormant stem cells, boost growth factors like IGF-1, and rebuild fast-twitch fibers, the ones that give you that quick power to catch yourself from a stumble. Stick around, because the first one might feel familiar, but done right, it could be the game changer keeping you steady for years. I still think about a patient in his late 60s who came in after a close call with a fall on his driveway, nothing broken, but enough to rattle his confidence in the simple act of walking to the mailbox. He'd been active most of his life, but those subtle shifts had snuck up, the ones where your calves don't quite snap back like they used to. That's where we started with heel raises, but not the quick up and down kind. The eccentric version, where the slow lowering phase does the heavy lifting. After 60, calf strength drops by up to 40% per studies from the Journal of Gerontology, turning what should be your body's natural shock absorber into a weak link that triples fall risk, as the CDC reports 1 in 4 seniors falling yearly. But research from the University of Copenhagen in a 2021 trial with 87 older adults showed eccentric heel raises rising fast, lowering over 6 seconds boosted calf power by 52% in 12 weeks while cutting reaction time to slips by 41%. Why? That controlled descent creates tiny, beneficial tears in muscle fibers, signaling stem cells to rush in and rebuild denser tissue, while stretching the Achilles tendon to hold more collagen for elasticity. Stand behind a chair for support, feet hip width, rise on the toes in 1 second. Then lower over 6, count it out slowly. Squeeze at the top, breathe out on the way down. Start with 15 reps, 2 sets, 3 times a week. Progress to single leg when it feels solid. In 4 weeks, you'll notice stairs less daunting, that spring returning to your step. Because it's not just strength, it's the body's way of remembering how to protect itself. From there, we turn to glute bridges with a hold, the move that feels deceptively simple, but reignites the powerhouse muscles, often left dormant from years of sitting. I recall how one woman in her 70s described it after a few sessions. It's like my hips finally woke up, and the ache in my lower back that had me dreading long stands just quieted. Glutes, the largest muscle group, fade with disuse what researchers call gluteal amnesia, leading to back pain in 80% of seniors and knee issues from poor alignment, per a PLOS One study on midlife women. But a 2017 trial from the Australian Catholic University with 94 elders found bridges held 5 seconds at the top, ramped hip extension by 63% over 16 weeks, slashed back pain 71%, and boosted walking speed 29% by redistributing load off the spine. The hold forces multifidus muscles along the spine to fire, stabilizing without strain, while engaging glutes to counter pelvic tilt that shortens strides. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Lift hips to align knees, shoulders. Squeeze glutes hard for 5 seconds. Lower in 3. Hands on glutes to feel the work. 12 reps, 3 sets, thrice weekly. Breathe out on lift, in on lower. If back arches, shorten range. 6 weeks in, posture straightens, chairs rise easier, and that hollow feeling in the hips gives weight assurance. Balance often slips in unnoticed, but the modified bird dog catches it early, rebuilding the core threads that keep you from tipping over on uneven ground. There's a certain grace to it, like extending a hand to steady yourself mid-thought. And I've best seen it transform hesitation into quiet trust in one-man S-gait after months of fearing sidewalks. Proprioception. Your body's sense of position fades 20 to 30% after 60. Per frontiers in aging neuroscience, raising fall odds 5-fold as the CDC notes for 1 in 3 seniors yearly. Yet a Cleveland Clinic-affiliated review in rehabilitation, research and practice from 2016 ranked bird dog among top rehab moves for low back stability, with a 2023 study in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health showing 58% balance gains in 10 weeks for elders, thanks to multifidus activation that braces the spine without flexion. On hands and knees, extend opposite arm leg slowly over 4 seconds. Hold 5, return in 4-8 per side, 3 sets, thrice weekly. Keep hips level like balancing water on your back. If unsteady, do 1 limb at a time. Breathe steadily, core drawn in. In 6 weeks, rooms feel less disorienting, walks surer, because it's rewiring that mind-muscle link frayed by time. Step-ups with knee drive bring back that explosive lift, the kind that turns a hesitant curb cross into a confident stride. And at S where I first saw a patient S eyes light up after regaining stair ease without handrails. Fast twitch fibers, powering quick burst, dwindled 25 to 50% after 60. Per the Journal of Physiology, fueling 70% of fall-related injuries as Harvard reports. But a 2010 Journal of Aging and Physical Activity study with 120 seniors found knee drive step-ups thrice weekly hiked stair speed 47% and cut hip fracture risk 35% in 6 months via rate of force development that sharpens recovery reflexes. Use an 8-inch step. Right foot full on. Drive through heel to lift while knee lifting left to chest. Lower controlled 10 per leg. 3 sets, thrice weekly. Exhale on up, inhale down. Wall for safety if needed. 8 weeks later, cars enter smoother, energy lingers as power rebuilds not just legs, but the trust in them. Finally, the farmer's walk with pauses, that loaded carry echoing old farm paths. Stirs everything strength, heart, even mind, in a way that feels profoundly human. I think of a retired teacher who, after incorporating it, described carrying books again without the old drag, her posture reclaiming space she'd unconsciously ceded. Grip strength, the longevity marker per The Lancet, predicts mortality better than blood pressure dropping 1% yearly post-60, but a 2015 Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research trial with 200 seniors saw 78% grip gains and 38% walk-in speed in 24 weeks from pause walks via BDNF spiking new brain cells as Harvard Neuroimaging confirms. Hold 10 to 15-pound weights per hand. Walk 20 steps, pausing 5-step squeezes for 3 seconds, 3 sets, thrice weekly. Shoulders back, core tight, breathe normal. 12 weeks on, groceries lift lighter, thoughts clearer as it weaves body and resolve into resilient harmony. These 5 eccentric heel raises, safeguarding steps, glute bridges, awakening hips, bird dogs, steadying core knee drive. Step up, sharpening power, pause farmers walks, forging endurance form a tapestry against sarcopenia's weave. Each thread pulling from stem cell revival where satellite cells per NPJ. Regenerative medicine regenerate 20 to 30% more with resistance hormones, like IGF-1, rising 15 to 25% per trial data. Past 60, loss hits 8% per decade. But Harvard's resistance studies reverse transcriptome aging, shaving cellular years. Do thrice weekly, 30 minutes total, progressing gently. Consistency trumps intensity, yielding 10 to 20% strength in months. Your body, wise from years, responds when asked, kindly, legs not fading but reforged, carrying stories forward with quiet vigor. If these ideas resonated, if they sparked a memory of easier days or a plan for tomorrow, please give this video a like so others stumble on it too. Share in the comments which move you'll try first, or what strength from your younger self you reclaim. Your words often light the way for someone else. I read them all, and they remind me why we do this. For more on staying capable and curious as years layer on, subscribe to Senior Society and tap the bell. We're walking this path side by side. See you next time.